So far, we have looked at the ideological foundations and the philosophical foundations of education. Today, we will go into a new area, which is psychological foundations of education, and see how those foundations have shaped education for us today. Let's begin by asking ourselves, what is psychology? When the word psychology comes to mind, we think of individuals with mental problems, and that is not necessarily true. So psychology really is the scientific study of mental functions and behaviors. So there are two things: mental functions which involve thinking, and behaviors which indicates the manners in which we act or react in different situations. What this encompasses is a number of things, beginning with perception. And perception simply is one's opinion or feelings or judgment about someone or something. It's a perception, so the object may be the same, but different individuals perceive the object differently based on their understanding of what the object is, could do, does, and should do. So perceptions is one area of psychological investigation. Next is cognition. Cognition is thinking, using the mind, and people think differently. And today when we talk of thinking, thinking is not a simple mental activity. Thinking can happen in different forms: critical thinking, analytic thinking, creative thinking, and many other types of thinking exist. So psychology looks at the different types of thinking and why different individuals look at a situation or an object and think of it or about it in a particular manner. Third is behavior. Behavior is how people show their actions or reactions. Do you react? Are you proactive? Are you considerate? Are you not? Your behaviors indicate to a large extent what you are. And behaviors can be positive or good, and they can be negative or not so good. Both types of behaviors exist. And in a given situation, different individuals may behave differently. Some individuals may actually be behaving appropriately, while others may be behaving inappropriately. And that is what psychology helps us look at. Why do people in a given situation behave differently? Why isn't it that everybody behaves in the same way? We will let psychology answer those questions as we look at these foundations in a little more detail. Emotion is feelings. Different people feel differently. Some people may be scared looking at an object or an item. Another person may feel excited. Some person may like a piece of art and say it is very good. To another individual, it might be just okay. So you may be excited, you may be happy, you may be embarrassed, you may be sad, you may be angry. These are emotions. And that is what psychology helps us understand, why different people show different emotions in a particular situation and event. And what is it that makes people behave and show emotions in a different manner under the similar conditions? That is, again, a piece that psychology will focus to answer. Personality is really character. People come with multiple characteristics, and a character of an individual displays what that person is all about. So, psychology looks at a personality and the person's character and can classify individuals or people or students in different categories. The last thing is interpersonal relationships. How we interact with other individuals, not ourselves. How we interact with family members, with our siblings, our parents, our teachers, our friends, how we interact with strangers in a social gathering. All these bring about different mannerisms in individuals, and this is what psychology deems to answer. So on the whole, psychology is complex. It looks at multiple facets of how human beings behave, react, see things in a particular situation.